Oh, you smoked it.
Stay on there, stay on there.
How'd I do that? How'd I do it?
Oh, she's on the blood trail. I can see blood, Houston. After school snack, huh?
Yeah.
Well, what's up, guys? It's Daniel and Houston from Arms Family Homestead, and the big bucks are on the move. Houston just walked in the door from school. His mom went and picked him up, came home. I was on the phone when he walked in the house, and he was in the house a couple minutes, and I looked up and he took off out the door in his underwear. I guess all of his hunting clothes were outside in the pickup truck, so he just stripped down, went through on his hunting clothes, grabbed a bowl of cereal.
That.
But hey, we've got some big bucks on the move, and it looks like it's a little overcast and cloudy, and based on the radar we may get a little rain shower. Kind of hoping that'll get the deer moving, get them up on their feet. I don't want to say early because, well, early wouldn't be good because it is 3:41. Houston just, doesn't get out of school till 3. So we're gonna go sit in a blind for a couple hours. Got one big buck in particular that I want to see in person. That came in a couple times the last couple evenings, and he was there this morning. He looks like a really old mature deer with a giant crawdad pincher on top of his head. I don't know. I think he's a big old deer, but I want to see him in person. I don't think Houston will pull the trigger on him though.
Probably not.
Why didn't you get out of school earlier? He's already in the field.
Looks like we're not sneaking in there quietly.
He ain't paying no attention this direction. I bet he's got a doe he's on.
I bet you we can get in that stand quickly, rattle the antlers, and they'll come back. I bet you.
That buck's definitely cruising. He's not a giant, but I do want to see him up close. So we're gonna try to sneak in here and get in this blind real quiet. He act like he's trailing a hot doe. Well, that about figures. The buck that we were hoping to see was already in the field, but you can tell he's not in a feeding pattern. He's not in any kind of pattern except a rut. He is looking for a hot doe. And as we came up to the edge of this ground blind, Houston saw a doe jump off into the trees over here. I couldn't see it, but this guy, he's definitely looking for somebody to have a good time. Houston's gonna try to rattle him in.
Ready?
I'm ready. All right. We'll see if we can get his attention. We can't really see him, but we know he's in a thicket across this field. And the grass is tall. I don't think he ever made it out of the field. He's just over there working the rub line. There's some rubs and scrapes on that little stuff. So, I don't know. The wind's hitting us in the face. We got everything in our favor right now. We'll see. bet you won't shoot him.
I bet you $100 you won't shoot him.
Well, that was a pretty nice deer, but that's not the one I was hoping to see. He's still out here in the field. He's gonna chase that doe around, but he looks very similar to the buck that we got pictures of this morning. Like I thought it was him. But when I got to looking, the one that came in this morning had a really like unicorn looking horn sticking off the front of his main beam. This one did not. They both got that big giant pincher looking thing on one side. That's a young deer. The one I'm wanting to see, hoping will show up, looked much older than that one. Try not to cut my leg off.
I'll try. There's 3.
Well, we're losing light quickly. The buck that we'd hoped to see is here, but he's about 200 yards across the field. Oh, there's another buck just came in, Houston. Right here, right in front of us.
That's the one that interests me.
He may not get up here close enough. We're completely like covered up with deer. The buck that we're after is here, but he's hanging out there about 55 yards. But we'll see what he does.
Come here. Please come here. I really want to get this deer. You smoked him.
Stay on him, stay on him. Stay on him. Stay on him.
I think he just went down.
I can't see him.
I can't see him anymore because of those trees. I think you smoked him. Hang on, hang on, hang on.
Zoom out.
Yeah.
Oh, man, Houston. Is there any light left in here?
Not really.
That's the first time it's the first deer I've shot since 2021. We looked earlier. That's 3 years, man. It was November 10th, 2021. Today is November 7th, 2024. And it's just so happens wearing the same hoodie. It's my good luck charm. I don't know if he went down or not.
I think we'll go find that arrow, give him a few minutes to cool off, and then maybe we'll go get Kelsey.
Well, we'll go give it a second. We'll go look, see if we can find the arrow and some blood. How about that?
Yeah.
It sounded like it hit him good, though.
Yeah, it did. Oh, I got the chills, bro.
Got the chills, do you? All right. I see a blood trail. I see a blood trail.
Blood, oh, he's dropping good right there.
Kelsey, you ready? Huh? You want to go find a deer? Where's the deer? Huh? Where's the deer at? You want to go find it? Huh? Can I get on the buggy or are you going to ride? You driving? All right, let's go find it.
She's excited.
All right, it's been a little time. We decided to bring Kelsey out here and let her get a little training on some blood tracking. We do have a blood trail, a pretty significant blood trail. We're still in an area where all the deer were. We're going to let her get lined out on this track and see if she can track this deer. She's still a little wound up right now. She's been in the house. She's a little excited.
Hey, that's the wrong one.
Give her some leash and let her move. You're short leashing her. Kelsey, here, this way. She's still trying to figure things out at the moment, son. But we've got a pretty significant blood trail. You guys saw that. It's not hard to follow right now through this stuff. So I marked where he went into the tall grass.
Kelsey,
she's on it. She was on it.
Kelsey, here.
Anyways, I marked where he went into the tall grass, and we're gonna let her work a little bit.
Find that deer. Where's that? Huh? Where's that deer? Find that deer. Where's it at? Where's the deer at, Kelsey? Huh? Where's that? Find that deer. Find that deer.
She's on him. She's on his track. Right there's where I marked the last spot right before he went into the tall grass. She's going backwards right now. She's backtracking. Kelsey, here. Here. Kelsey, here. You and that long line leash. Got to get her going the right direction.
Find that deer, Kelsey. Where's that deer at? Find that deer.
Oh, she's on the blood trail. I can see blood, Houston. Oh, there she's on him, dude. We are on a blood trail. She is on this deer's track, no doubt. There's, well, what are we, probably 200 yards in, Houston?
Yeah.
It's ready to go. I mean, I'm on the blood trail right here, Houston.
Kelsey. Kelsey, here.
Well, the track was going great. It's now almost 7:30, and we're about 350 to 400 yards into this track. Actually on the neighbor's place. I called the neighbor and talked to them. Kelsey did a phenomenal job. She tracked this deer, I mean, step for step, blood drop for blood drop. Did a great job. And we've kind of got to a point where the blood's kind of slacking off on us, and I'm not sure what's going on. Kelsey is, I don't know if she got tired or she just kind of got uninterested after tracking for over an hour. I don't know. But the good news is we do know a guy that has a really good tracking dog that came out and helped us track Houston's deer last year, which we didn't end up finding for a couple days. But I know we made a great hit on this deer. I believe we made a good hit on this deer, a great hit. But we're not finding him, and we're gonna see. I sent him some video clips. Houston, as you saw in the video, didn't quite catch the shot. He got to watching the deer.
Hey, to be fair, it was my first time videoing like that, so.
I agree. I'm not mad at you, but it is a little disappointing that we don't have the actual shot on video, because it's so good to have that impact shot, at least where we can study the shot and see it and know whether you should pull out and come back in the morning or keep tracking the deer. But for now, I've marked our last spot of blood on Onyx, and like I said, we're about 400 yards into the track, and we're gonna turn it over to some professionals and see what they want to do. Kelsey ran across a friend on the way out. He's just chilling. All right, leave him alone, Kelsey. Leave him alone. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Come on. Houston, you might recognize one of these pups.
Yeah, I got one of them at home.
No, you had one come track a deer for you last year.
Yep. Or not one of those on there.
Uh-huh. I bet Gypsy's in there. Smashed horse apple?
Yeah. Okay, pineapple smashed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the youngest in the family.
Oh, yeah.
So is Houston.
You must be the baby in the family then.
Yeah.
Let's see, he's flushing out again. That stick was completely covered.
Yeah. We're a long ways from where I shot him.
He's filling up, I think. What I would say. He's blowing it out. But he ain't laid down.
Nope.
He may still be alive. What I'm...
Oh, yeah.
Well, we are, had to call a ride. We're about a mile and a half, 2 miles from where we started. I don't know, a long ways. Straight line, probably not that far. As the crow flies, or as the dog tracked, we're a long ways. The dog would still be tracking the deer. We just don't think he's gonna, oh, battery went dead. We just don't think he's gonna lay down and die. We've never jumped him, and he just keeps going. We haven't seen him, haven't jumped him. He's never bedded down, but where he's headed is the general direction, almost to the highway, in the general direction of about a 200-acre wheat field. So I don't think he's gonna die. 11 o'clock. Hey, put it in park or let off the brake. Yeah, there you go. It is 11 o'clock p.m. 10:59. Had to call Emily to the rescue. Thanks for coming and picking us up. We sure didn't want to have to walk all the way back.
Yeah, I wasn't in bed or anything.
I
wasn't in bed or anything.
Good, good.
Can you zoom in on it?
Yeah, I just hit the wrong button though.
They look like pigs.
Well, it's not the best thermal in the world, but can't tell. Ooh, what's that?
Is that a cow?
No, there's no cows on that property.
A cow?
Could be, but sure is awful big.
What could it be? Because that don't look like no deer.
I bet it is. I bet all those are deer. There's something small right there, but those are definitely deer.
Oh, yeah. Close to her house.
Mm-hmm. They look like goats. They're deer. That one might be a buck back there. Alright, that one looks like a coyote out there, Houston. I see a bunch of other stuff out farther. But this one closest to us, look at its head. Oh yeah, see how he's moving?
Oh, yeah, that's a coyote.
Coyote for sure. So is that one. Or probably deer out there farther. I don't have that good a zoom. That's definitely a coyote.
Mm-hmm.
See how he's hopping?
Mm-hmm.
Nice mouthpiece.
Thanks.
Well, that did not work out as planned. But I guess there really wasn't a plan. So let me back up a little bit. That buck just appeared out of nowhere. We do not have any history with that deer. He just got brought in by a hot doe, would be my guess. And he has not been on our farm all summer, fall, nothing. Never seen him until the day before, maybe 2 days before we took a shot at him. So I knew that was an older, mature deer, and I wanted to see him in person after seeing trail camera pictures of him. And I kind of thought when he came in, Houston would change his mind and want to take a shot at him. Houston's holding out. So in Oklahoma, you get 2 buck tags per year. We can kill several does, but 2 buck tags. Houston has harvested 1 buck already this year, and he's holding out for a big deer. So to say that Houston wanted to pass on that deer might tell you what he's looking for. But when he came in, Houston said, "No, I don't think I want to take a shot at him." I said, "Then you give me the crossbow." He's like, "Okay, here." And I said, "Here, you video." Houston got to watching the deer and forgot the camera, so we didn't get the shot on video. And he was a little closer than what I originally thought. I thought he was at like 41, 42 yards. He was like 33. So that could throw elevation-wise off a little bit. Nothing against the crossbow. The crossbow did its job. We found the bolt laying in the dirt, and complete pass-through. Great blood trail for the first several hundred yards. And Kelsey did a phenomenal job tracking that deer for a long time. But she's a young pup, and this is all new to her, and she kind of lost interest. Called in Taylor Bell. He's got, that's what he does. This guy tracks deer every day this time of year. And we got a couple different dogs, and it was very, it was incredible watching that dog work. We tracked that deer for a couple hours, straight line on Onyx. Basically, I dropped a few points along the way on the blood trail. It was like 1.2 miles, but deer don't go in a straight line, and I didn't record every little drop. So a couple miles worth of tracking, a couple hours worth of tracking. And what I didn't show on video was the last little ditch crossing, little dried up creek bed, where Taylor and his dog were right on this deer's track. Because he would bleed for a little while and then stop. We may not find blood for 100 yards or 200 yards, and then he'd bleed again. And the last track where the dog was definitely on that buck in an open area in some mud, there was some doe tracks and some buck tracks. And this deer never bedded down. He never really stopped moving. So what we think happened was he got in the woods, recovered a little bit, gathered his senses, found a hot doe, and took off after her and went back to doing what bucks do. He's injured? Yes. Do I think he was fatally wounded? Obviously not. We did everything. We exhausted every option possible looking for that deer. And all signs indicate that was not a fatal wound. I really do think he'll be back on camera. We'll get him back on trail camera soon. Maybe. I think we will if he comes back to our area. Obviously, he's not living. We're not in his core area. But with the rut going on, he could get on another hot doe and be here in a day. No problem. But we used our dog to look for it. We used Taylor's dog to look for it. Houston and I went out later that night after Taylor and his guys left and used a thermal, looked across several open fields, saw a lot of deer, saw a lot of coyotes. In the exact direction that deer was heading when we finally gave up on the trail. When we gave up on the trail, it wasn't because we couldn't track the deer any farther. We didn't lose the trail. He got to a point where he hit a county road, a paved county road that's almost at the intersection of the U.S. highway, and he headed the general direction of that big wheat field, indicating he left the brush and the cover and the timber, went across wide open ground, and an injured buck that's going to go find somewhere to lay down and die is not heading to wide open country. He's going to stay in thick, brushy cover or head to water. And this deer crossed the creek a couple times, but he did not head to water and expire. So we used 2 different dogs, used a thermal, And then I went back the next day and I flown my drone, which I've found a couple deer in the past, you know, Houston's deer a couple years ago, looking for buzzards. So spend a couple days watching the skies, looking for buzzards, investigating. Nothing. I don't think the deer died. So I don't know. Can't believe Houston passed on that buck. That was a really cool looking deer, and hopefully we get another shot at him. Hopefully he shows back up, or maybe one of the neighbors get a shot at him. I'd love to know where I hit that deer. One thing that I really think we need to do different is change out the nocks on the bolts on Houston's crossbow and use some illuminated nocks, because it was just dark enough that I couldn't see the arrow of the bolt fly. The scope pulls in a lot more light than the naked eye, and way more than the camera. There was plenty of legal shooting light left, but I couldn't see where I hit him because he's under those trees in the shadows. So I don't know exactly where I hit that deer, but it was a good solid thump. But probably more than likely what happened was I hit a little bit higher than what I was aiming for, hoping for, and went just above the heart and the lungs and the vitals and below the spine. They call that little area no man's land. A lot of deer are shot there with archery equipment, especially. You get a complete pass through and the deer just never even blinks an eye, just keeps on going. So I don't know, maybe we'll get another shot. Like I said, that was the first deer I'd even attempted to harvest since 2021, and he got my blood flowing, and I couldn't seal the deal. So I messed up. It was my fault, and we'll try again another day. That's just part of hunting. We're not harvesting. Well, we are harvesting deer, but it's not a guaranteed harvest every time. It is a hunt, and archery equipment, sometimes you just don't find them. You make a great shot, you will. And I didn't make a great shot. So, guys, remember, do something today to make somebody smile, because you never know. It just might change the world. So, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. You guys have a great day. And as always, we'll see you on the next video.